Play is essential to a good childhood. In the public realm, we need places where children and young people can play, learn and interact with each other, where they can grow up. If they work well and provide a range of experiences, these places have a big impact on a child's quality of life. It is here that a child will make the first steps towards independence, learn to be creative and flexible, to negotiate risk, build self-esteem and develop basic life skills. But in today's towns and cities, access to places to play is diminishing steadily. Creeping infringement into the space and time that used to belong to children is causing real harm. Children and young people are increasingly shut out of the public realm. The result is a generation who are unhappy, unhealthy and frustrated, who have poor relationships with their family and peers, and who don't feel safe. This hasn't gone ignored by government, but despite some progress, lack of funding and bad design mean that public space still seems to be failing its younger users. Facilities are poorly distributed, and often those areas that do exist only appeal to a small portion of young people. We seem to place a higher value on other things in public space, like cars and shopping. With little financial independence, children come at the bottom of the hierarchy, marginalised in the community and segregated from other generations. This will not be solved by simply introducing better facilities, such as youth clubs. They are important, but the long-term solution needs interventions that make the public realm as a whole more playable, open to the needs of younger generations. Playable streets, shopping centres, alleyways, parks, car parks, pavements, fountains, markets, steps, benches, grass, a playable public realm. But that's easier said than done, because a number of issues still stand in the way. 1. Pressures on our built environment. Dense house building and the dominance of traffic are adding to the exclusion of youth from many areas. 2. Professional practices. Those responsible for making playful places find it difficult to work together and struggle to engage with children properly. 3. Adult attitudes. Antisocial behaviour is an issue, but the fear for children and the fear of children in public have led to a web of dispersal orders, ASBOs and bylaws, which don't go to the root of the problem. There have been some welcome moves that acknowledge the need to give young people positive things to do and places to go, but these tend to ignore what children want and need. We are giving them more and more so-called structured and measurable activities, but it's actually children's unstructured use of public space that's just as important when growing up. This means making public spaces somewhere that children feel they can use freely and on their terms, together with the rest of society.
Try to make a change. Footsteps on concrete, fence and stain. Try to make a change. Footsteps on concrete, fence and make a change.
So what to do? A real solution to this problem cannot be delivered by public policy on its own. Government can't do all the work. Change must come from a much wider set of actors, including policymakers at both the local and national levels, professionals whose work impacts on the built environment, professionals working within the children and play sector, and parents, neighbours, friends and colleagues sharing responsibility for the climate of cultural attitudes towards young people. Neighbourhood well-being can't be achieved without facilities for children and young people that are truly inclusive and enjoyable. Town centres can't be successfully regenerated if the needs and desires of children are not listened to. Parks will not be welcoming for all if the gap between young and old leads to tension, mistrust and conflict. Reducing child poverty will be less meaningful if the poverty of children's everyday experiences in public is not also addressed. And ultimately, the government's ambitions for urban renaissance and sustainable communities will fail if children are not put at the heart of this agenda.